Listen up.
It's just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right.
Birdman has addressed the Rick Ross diss the Rather You Than Me album, Idols Become Rivals. In case you don't remember, this is what Rick Ross said on the album.
Knew that you would never visit BG. Turk came home, take that boy a 3-piece. Shooting dope, using coke, moving like you the folks. Sacrificing half our life for your new music coat. You would give us self-esteem and motivate our drive. But was in our pocket by the time we count to 5. I pray you find the kindness in your heart for Wayne. His entire life, he gave you what there was to gain. I watched this whole debacle, so I'm part to blame. Last request, can all producers please get paid?
All right, so Billboard asked Birdman specifically about what happened with this whole Rick Ross diss, and he said, I don't get caught up in ho-ish. I just keep doing what I'm doing and keep pushing. I don't get caught up in that. I don't play like that. I'm a man. I stand my ground. I do my thing. Numbers don't lie, and that's all I give a F about, numbers and putting them up.
No, Birdman, you got to have that same energy with Rick Ross
that you had
when you came in the Breakfast Club.
We have a clip of it?
Okay?
No, we don't have a clip.
I asked you, was you going to pull up on Rick Ross, a Trick Daddy like that? You got to have that same energy with Rick Ross that you had with the Breakfast Club. Okay?
All right, Tyson Beckford was on Watch What Happens Live, and this was the question that he was asked.
One of us is coming out alive, and it's me. I still don't got no respect for dude. You know, I feel bad for him, you know. Drugs is... Did I just say that?
Yes.
Do you think that's the issue, that he's on drugs? I think he really needs to check himself for that. Yeah, it's a bad thing. It's probably out of his control, but hey, it is what it is.
Wow. That was him talking about Chris Brown, by the way. If him and Chris Brown were in an elevator together, what would happen? And Tyson Beckford said, one of us is coming out alive, it's me. So, you know,
I spoke to Chris Brown over the weekend, too. He called me, and he just was like, you know, he appreciated all the support that we show on his record party, which we play all the time, and it was like it's all positive vibes. He's like, everything is all great.
I see he's saying the record's for the women now, too.
Yeah, he has a whole album. He's supposed to send a record. I think today he said we had a record. I'll check.
The monthly beige phone call that you all guys have, you, Steph Curry, Drake, Chris Brown.
Barack Obama.
Okay.
All right, Steve Harvey. Now, he wants to give some advice to Snoop, Bow Wow, T.I., and everybody that's harassing Donald Trump. And here is what he said on his show.
Be smart now, because if we're going to start pulling back our bow and arrow, shooting it, remember, they got one, too. Now, you ain't got to be scared of nothing, and that don't make you a punk, but you got to be smart, because all y'all talking got money, and they know how to go after that money. Let me tell you, man, leave the first lady out of this. I'm telling y'all, you're going down another path with these cats now. You start messing with their wives, man. And his family, think about your own. If somebody come at you, that's one thing. But when they come at your kids and your wife, you different, man.
True talk.
What Steve Harvey trying to tell y'all is, it's a felony to threaten the president. People go to jail for threatening the president and threatening the president's family. He doesn't want to see any of those brothers get in trouble. Okay?
Now, is it a felony when they say that you should kill these artists?
What do you mean?
Like I said, okay, because on Fox, the host of one of the show on the 5 actually said that Bow Wow and Snoop Dogg should be killed. Check it out.
What should the Secret Service do, Kimberly? It's an actual threat. I mean, pimping her out.
Kill them.
Yes.
No, I would think it would be fantastic if Snoop and wannabe Snoop got a visit from like the federal marshals, and let's see how tough and gangster they are then.
Now, is it illegal for you to tell the Secret Service to kill them?
Two wrongs don't make a right. You know, people
That's
say...
not illegal.
I'm just curious.
Listen, people say she shouldn't say that because young black men are being killed by law enforcement, but guess what? In the case of Bow Wow, women are also being kidnapped and forced into the sex trade. So Bow Wow and that chick on Fox are both wrong. And listen, all I ask y'all to do is use Google. People go to jail for threatening presidents all the time. You know how many people went to jail for threatening President Barack Obama? A dude in Jersey got arrested for threatening Obama on Facebook. Somebody in Reno got 3 years for threatening President Obama. You can't threaten the life of a sitting president or the first lady. Stop encouraging these brothers to do things that could possibly get them locked up.
And he wasn't even talking about jail. He was talking about IRS problems. He was talking about problems traveling. That's what Steve Harvey was talking about. Leave them alone.
Now, Snoop...
He said, you brothers got money.
Snoop is good legally under the guise of art. But when you got a petty-ass president, you think Snoop ain't going to be getting flagged at the airport all the time?
Absolutely.
You think Snoop may not get audited?
Audited
like,
all day long.
And then Bow Wow just made a straight-up threat. Period. He did. There's no art to nothing. Bow Wow said, we're going to take your wife and pimp her.
Yeah.
Meaning we're going to kidnap your wife, put her in the sex trade. Like, that's not right.
Bow Wow's crazy.
You can't do that.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.